I'm Brooks,
I'm Joe.
and this is another episode of Cantina Reviews.
Today we're talking about Wonder Woman.
The trailer looked good.
Yeah, but much like usual DC movies, I was very afraid.
Yeah, because I was like, the trailer looks good.
Yeah.
So it must be good.
Right.
And then I thought, actually, the trailer looked good. In the past, it's probably going to be crappy.
Right. I thought DC was just lost at this point.
Yeah.
I did not like Man of Steel.
No.
I liked Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, but like
you can
3.5 hours later, I was like, eh.
You can pick it apart for hours, though. There's a lot of problems with it. Suicide Squad was terrible.
Awful.
But Wonder Woman was fucking phenomenal. I can't believe how good it was. I couldn't fathom it then, and I'm surprised now.
How phenomenal was it?
Wonderful. It was wonderful.
Thank you. Wonderful Wonder Woman.
Yeah. I mean, right off the bat, what makes it stand out against all these other DC movies, obviously a different director had an effect.
Obviously.
But, you know, the character interactions were really missing in the previous movies. Like,
yeah.
They just, like, the previous movies, they don't talk to each other like people. There's no connection.
Yeah, it's like Batman talking to Superman, like, they know who they are. It's like, or you can talk to them like a normal person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The characters are great. And then I think the whole historical setting definitely helped.
Yep, that time period.
Also,
there was a form of comedic relief.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't like super serious like all the other movies, like Suicide Squad. Like, okay, it had comedic relief, but it was like there had to be because that's what it was.
Because there's nothing else there.
Yeah, because there ain't.
They had no. This could have easily been a very serious movie.
Yeah.
And but they find a good balance. Like they show you how crazy World War I was and how terrible it was. But they balance it with a lot of heart and funny stuff.
Yeah.
Like, even early on in the movie, like, it starts off on, like, Wonder Woman's, the island she was raised on. The name kind of escapes me. It shows how, like, she was trained and all that kind of stuff, and it's, like, kind of fun with her as a kid wanting to be a warrior. Mm-hmm. You see her in, like, not too drawn out, but not too short either. You see her kind of grow up.
Yeah.
And, as soon as, I was going to say Steve Rogers, because there's so many Steves around. That's Captain America. As soon as this Steve shows up. There's some comic relief between him and I. Like, okay, this is not going to be a super serious movie. Yeah, and then, like, her, going throughout London and all that kind of stuff, like, just trying to walk around with her sword and, like, all this stuff. Yeah. And I think what I loved about it so much is just, like, there's so much build-up of, like, he knows she's, like, some kind of god. But it's like, people can't know that.
Yeah.
You have to get new clothes. You can't do this, you can't do that. They get into the battlefield. You can't go on the front lines. That's insane. They're going through, and she's just like, oh my god, like, how can these people be doing this to each other? And, like, in her mind, it's the god of war, Ares, has corrupted everyone. And he's like, yeah, no way. You can believe whatever you want. Like, she wants to do something right away, and he's like, you can't stop this. This is too big. This is bigger than a person.
Yeah.
And there's so much build-up of, like, you can't do this, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do this. When she finally reveals herself as Wonder Woman on the battlefield, and she gets up, and she goes across no man's land, and she allows them to get through, that was so epic. Just because there was a lot of build-up to it.
All the build-up, and finally, it didn't let you down.
Was... And, like, they had shown parts of that in the commercials, and usually for me, stuff that's in a commercial gets ruined. You've already seen it a million times.
Yeah.
Not that. That was so cool.
It was also cool when, like... So she's running across the battlefield and everything, and then it wasn't super obvious, like it wasn't Suicide Squad, but if you look, there's a Samsung phone right next to a mine.
Oh, can I talk about that real quick? Because we didn't have this channel back then. Suicide Squad, the product placement.
Oh yeah.
There was
added in after the movie.
Right, all the talks about reshoots. Mm-hmm. I have not seen any of you other bigger reviewers than us. Like, we get like 10 views per movie review.
Yeah.
But all you other people, I haven't seen anyone talk about this like huge mess up. At one point, Captain Boomerang throws his thing into the room to see what they're going to deal with. They see the big, tall bad guy. There's the Enchantress, and then there's whoever, the big, tall, whatever, her brother. Mm-hmm. They see him on the Samsung tablet that they have, and it like zooms in, Samsung, it shows the big guy, and they're like, oh man, what the F is that?
Yeah.
Then, later, when they finally get into the terminal, the same character goes, what the F is that?
Yeah, it's
You
like,
saw it already
Yeah,
on the
you
stupid
saw it before.
Samsung tablet.
yeah, trying to sell tablets and boomerangs.
Right.
Like, what are you guys doing?
I already have 5 boomerangs. Like, I need more.
Yeah, exactly. With a camera in it that connects to my phone or tablet, computer, TV.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who else caught that, but I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, this isn't
They
right.
messed that one up. But
Yeah.
anyway, back to Wonder Woman, a good movie.
Nah, this review is about Suicide Squad product placement.
So that was cool. And then the reveal of Ares was really awesome. So she thought the one general was Ares the whole time. And you're kind of led to believe it because he's taking that gas stuff. So you're led to believe that this general is Ares. And then she comes in and she storms the area and she just kills him in like seconds. And I'm like, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, Steve confronts her, and she's like, you're right, there is no Ares, like, people are just assholes. And it's, like, it's pretty sad,
Yeah.
but I'm like, that's kind of a it's a good choice, it's a cool choice, but I'm like, that's kind of a letdown. And then Ares is there, and he's like, no, and it turns out it's the guy that's been helping them the whole time, that's been kind of, like, running the show, Professor Lupin from Harry Potter.
Lupin.
And then there is Ares, and they didn't ruin it in the trailers, like Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah, where it's like, this is what's happening.
Yeah, like in Batman vs Superman, they show Doomsday in the trailers.
Yeah. And
So
then
like
Wonder
you
Woman
know,
shows up and you're
right,
like, what?
you know Doomsday's in it. You know Wonder Woman's in it. You know that Batman and Superman are gonna make up and team up at some point.
Yeah.
They revealed everything in the trailers. This was not shown in the trailers at all. Thank God.
I think DC is finally coming around. If this one was bad, then in my mind they would have been done.
Here's
Like,
the
that
thing,
would
though.
have been it.
I'm still kind of worried because you know Justice League is coming out this year already.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like they've had. I don't think they've had enough time to learn from Wonder Woman.
No, it's only, and even then, it's only what? How many superheroes? 3 that we've seen before?
Yeah, so it's
they're
gonna
gonna
be
add
introducing
everybody.
more.
Yeah. So it's like, here we go.
I feel like despite Wonder Woman being amazing, like just so far ahead of not only their movies but a lot of superhero movies.
Yeah.
That
They balanced
Justice
everything
League,
well.
Justice League, well, I don't see it being good because this was good.
Yeah. And maybe they put a lot of time into this one, and then they didn't put the same amount or the same perspective on the new one.
Because this one, and like, I was kind of like, that's weird. Like, it seemed like they dropped off the advertising on this one. They
Yeah.
wanted to be more. It was more of like a sleeper. It came out and it turned out it was amazing.
Yeah.
Everyone and their
Maybe
mother
we
went
should
to
just
see it.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justice League though is like the big blockbuster of the year for them, but I think it's gonna be like a CGI whatever. Mess.
Yeah. CGI crap show.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, overall, Wonder Woman was fantastic. I still have my worries about Justice League for sure.
I would say I still have my worries for DC in general.
Yeah.
Like I obviously they're not gonna be able to touch Marvel.
Yeah.
Where Marvel's at this point, DC's not gonna be able to touch it. They can get close, but they gotta consistently keep
And
going.
here's the thing: I would love for DC to be great because I probably like those characters more than Marvel characters.
Oh yeah,
I
especially
grew-
with how many Batman
Yeah.
games I've played. Like,
Yeah. I would love for it to have good Superman movies and stuff. I'm so happy how good Wonder Woman was. I just like,
yeah,
I
it,
don't
it,
think-
it shows that there's hope.
yeah, there is hope if they learn from it, but like with Justice League is done.
Yeah,
They don't have time. There's rumors that they're reshooting to put more Wonder Woman in it. So that already means that they're stupid and they didn't put enough
Yeah.
Wonder Woman in it.
It's not the character; it's the
The
movie.
Yeah, it's the movie.
Yeah, it's like, oh well, now if we put Wonder Woman in it, people are gonna love it. It's like, no, it's just a well done movie.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying I like her or dislike her, but like, it's not the reason
She's-
why I would go see the
She's
movie.
not gonna single handedly. Now she's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Gal Gadot did a fantastic job. She is Wonder Woman basically.
Her name's Gal.
Yeah.
What a swell gal.
Yeah. Don't make her try to save your shitty movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Make a good movie. Like
Yeah.
someone was able to do it with Wonder Woman. You got to be able to do it with Justice League. But I don't.
Yeah.
It's too soon. It's
Exactly.
already done.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
we didn't like Wonder Woman because of Wonder Woman. We liked Wonder Woman because she was good and because the movie was good.
The plot made sense. The
Yeah.
characters interacted like human beings.
Exactly.
There was a good twist that was not ruined in the trailers.
Yeah, but just because you add a Wonder Woman in it doesn't mean it's gonna make it great.
Right.
And you should kind of be done with it already.
Yeah.
You're not gonna add all these other scenes and add Wonder like, you know, it's like you should have a bulk of what you're probably
And,
gonna do.
and that's another problem that these movies have had, except for Wonder Woman, that didn't go through the reshoots, didn't go through re-editing, all that kind of stuff. But Suicide Squad is the worst example
Yeah.
of rehashing and re-editing and re-adding and all this
Yeah,
shit.
it was just such a discombobulated movie,
Yeah.
and like you go from this, and this, and then it's like, well, wait, how do we get from here to here to here to
Yeah.
you know? Anyway,
Wonder Woman. Awesome. One of my
Good
favorite
stuff.
movies of the year so far.
Follow us on, I don't know, anything.
Anything, really.
Follow us on anything. You can
have
find it.
all the stuff, probably.
All the things.
All the things that matter, that people use.
Yeah. I'm Brooks.
I'm Joe.
And this is another episode of Canteen Reviews.